Welcome back to the second episode of the FTY Podcast, stands for the youth, if we haven't discussed that already. Today we're going to talk about depression.
Okay, so have any of you guys been depressed ever? Like, personal experience?
I don't think I've ever been depressed, but I've definitely been sad. Everyone gets sad here and there. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, because there's definitely a difference. I don't know the exact definition of, like, depression.
I can search that up.
But I feel like depression is something that's more consistent. Unlike sadness is something, like, that just comes, like, once in a while and, like, doesn't really stick around, you know? But, like, have you guys known anyone, like, personally, like, family or a friend that, like, has dealt with depression?
Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like most people, I feel like you know a lot of sad people, but like I feel like most people aren't really depressed, and I feel like those who are actually depressed, you don't know, really, because like those are the type of people who like are actually depressed and like to themselves, like, cause like alright, for example, I see on social media people fucking moping and doping and whatever, you know,
Or
just like crying on social media, but like, bro, shut the fuck up, like, you know, you're not like, even if you are genuinely depressed, you don't need to tell everybody. And I feel like the people that are not just in the moment sad and are actually depressed, just like they don't even go on social media.
Like they're just
like they have like just so much more actually to like are like going on in their head and stuff.
Yeah, they just like
completely
look past that.
Like,
yeah, exactly. Like they're just not even.
I can like definitely back that up, because like let's say back in middle school, like, you know, back on Snapchat or whatever, we used to like post like black screens and like just like no one talked to me, no one hit me up, only the real ones know what's going on or whatever like that. But like now that we're more grown, like it gets like more serious type of shit. Like it's actual like depression and stuff, and like for me, like, I don't know if I've ever been depressed. I know I've definitely been sad, like, pretty consistently. But, like I said, I don't know the exact definition of depression.
Oh, yeah. I have that right here. It says, feeling of severe despondency and dejection. Self-doubt creeps in and that swiftly turns to depression.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess I've been depressed. I guess you can call it that. I don't know. I've probably, like, been depressed for... I don't know, a lot of like my part from high school, but you wouldn't be able to tell because I'm always like the one that's joking around. Like that's what I mean. Like most people just hide it, you know. Like it's exactly, like, because they try to like not convince ourselves like when we're sad and stuff, when like we're depressed. We just try to get our mind off it because we're having like a good time with our friends or anything. But it's like when you get alone that like it hits you because
that's bro. It's like putting like a deep wound, just putting a Band-Aid. Yeah. And then like you gotta go home and shower.
That's deep.
Because because you know how they say like at the end of the day, like all you have is yourself. Like it really comes to that. Like you're just like
for the most part,
because you end up
6
being
feet under.
You're like they like what do they say? Graveyards don't come with bunk beds or whatever like that. Like I forgot where I heard that. Huh?
Mine will. Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, there's different forms of depression too, because people definitely deal with depression in different ways. Like,
yes,
there's definitely different coping mechanisms that you can use, whether it be going out, talking to people, but like Kevin just said, like when it comes down to it and you're alone by yourself in your room, thinking about how depressed or how sad you are, like that's when it's like really gonna hit you. And people often like signs of depression, like dissociation. People isolate themselves, eating, like really bad eating habits.
Yeah.
They make reckless decisions. But as Kevin stated again, like people are really good at hiding it. Like it's some people, like you could look in their face and look in their eyes and you will not tell that they have depression. Because they're always like some of the brightest people in the room.
And like you said, like people have like different ways of like going through it. And like I know like some of the ways are like self-harm and like stuff like that. Other ones like I've known, I haven't met anyone personally or like gone through it, but like sexually, like they like to be like sexually active consistently because they like to, it makes them feel good, so it gets their mind off of it. But like after like they do it, like they're just like they feel really shitty about it, like it just fucks them up. But like they be having like sex like 3 times a day sometimes and shit like that, and like it's just I don't know. I don't know why it is exactly, but like it makes them feel good, and that's why like they like to do it.
Mhm.
But like I said, I don't know anyone personally. I've just heard about it and stuff like that before.
And just for the record, we're not saying this as if we are doctors or psychologists by any chance. Like, these are just our opinions based on what we know about depression, our experiences with depression, even though I don't think any of us have been in deep, like, actual depression.
Yeah, like I definitely like been in it, but I definitely managed to get out. Like it's kind of hard sometimes, but like you just gotta you just gotta push through it. You just gotta be optimistic all the time, basically.
Yeah,
that's what I try to do.
And I don't know, I feel like depression's such a what's the word? Sensitive topic, I guess you could say.
And also
like everyone can relate to it.
Yeah, it's like, very common.
Somewhere, yeah, it's very common, and especially with people our age. I'm not saying that depression doesn't happen like with children, even though it's a very rare case. And
or adults.
With adults, but like around our age, like from like 16 to like late 20s, like that's like prime time for like depression. But I've definitely been sad, and it sucks. So if you are going through something,
like I'll always try to reach out.
No, yeah, it's definitely way better to talk to somebody. I don't think me as a friend, like if one of these two were depressed and they didn't tell me, like I'd feel like shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like then like I mean, I know it's hard to talk about depression with some people.
Yeah, it's hard to like.
It's hard to talk about it, but
like when you're depressed, it's hard to tell someone because first of all, you don't know who to tell. You think it's better to keep it to yourself. You think you can deal with it, but like sometimes it just gets worse. But I don't know. You feel like people won't help you like the way you want to be helped, basically.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because people will say, "Oh, dude, like I'm so sorry, this and that," but like you don't want them to feel bad for you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're depressed, you want them to understand, but you don't want them to feel bad for you. It's different. Like
yeah, and I feel like people who are just sad mistake that a lot. They want sympathy. They want, like, I guess in a way, understanding of like
that's
how
different story.
How you're feeling, but people. I mean, like, why else?
That's like calling for attention now that you're speaking or talking about that.
attention seeking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you want what I'd assume that most people just
you want people to care.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like sympathy. Like you want people to be like, you know,
oh,
are you okay? Like, you know, this and that. I mean, like, and I feel like what you guys were saying, how like people use different ways to cope with stuff. I feel like a good way like to use a coping idea would be talking. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like even though you don't want to talk, like I don't like to talk, but I feel like afterwards, like when I just get it all out there, I feel better.
No.
I have like a clear like mind and such like that.
That's the thing. Like the healthiest thing to do is talk.
Let it out.
Yeah, like let it out, cry or whatever you need to. My bad. But the thing is that they go with the things that like make you feel better, like at the moment, though. It's not something that makes you feel
alcohol,
better. Like drugs, sex. Well, yeah, that's basically it, right?
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. Well, from what I know, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like that's I feel like a lot of people deal with that. Like I'm pretty sure I know a lot of people, they just don't say it. And like all of that like really starts like back at home and like when you're little, like I don't know, like any like little like bad shift like in a family or something, like it can really like mess up like not the rest of your life, but it can definitely leave a mark on you.
Yeah.
And like that goes along too, like being like in school. School puts a lot of stress on like all of us. I think I can like talk for everybody when I say that. Like assignments, trying to fit in like with other groups, because that's how people are. Like that's how like at some point someone tried to fit in like with a group just because they were cool or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you're like truly happy and like with yourself until like you know who you are and you don't try to fit in anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like that's when like you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about what people say, because it doesn't matter what they say as long as you know who you are.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I feel like a lot of people even up till now still don't know that. Like they don't know who they are.
Yeah, dude.
There's
trying to find themselves.
And going back to what Kevin said, like depression can start from like childhood trauma and like be attached to you for the rest of your life. I actually just searched up, and there's been like many psychological studies about depression and shit, and it says that depression or an act that would cause depression and leave a scar can start as early as 3 years old, and it can go all the way until you die, and that like really sucks if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like having like a burden like that over you like the entire time.
Because it's like, it's, I don't know, like, we watched like this video or this movie, like The Law of Attraction, and I think that's just how it works. Like, you started like with a negative experience, like since you were little, so you just think negatively, and you just keep on attracting like negative stuff like towards you, and that's just like how it works. Like, that's how people. That's how people end up with like shitty jobs and like.
If you're negative,
and
negativity is always gonna be around you. Trust me. Like, if like you could even just wake up every morning and say to yourself, "I'm gonna have a good day," and just think positive.
That does a lot for you.
Yeah, it does so much for you. Like, cause. Like, instead of getting out of bed and like, oh, I'm so tired, I gotta go to school, you like,
yeah, this is gonna fucking suck.
Yeah,
like,
you can just be like, you can just get out and be like, get up and be like, maybe you don't even know if you can have a day. You can have a shitty day, but at least tell yourself, I'm gonna try and have a good day. That shit goes so long, like, go so far for you. Honestly, it helps me. I feel like it can help a lot of people. Just having that mindset, because I feel like if you, whatever you think, whatever you set your mind for, is good, the universe will like gravitate that towards you, like 100%. I mean, that's just what I think.
Yeah. I feel like that has a lot to do. Like, that's how I was thinking. Like last year, I was like, last year was probably one of my best years, to be honest. I was getting like in good shape. I was doing like what I wanted. We had just graduated high school. No, that was 2 years ago. Now
2 years ago.
Yeah. No, but like everything was going well basically. I was in shape. I felt good and everything. Right now I'm not in shape, so I don't feel as good. But what's it called? So basically, like, I can't stay like at a job for too long because like I don't know, like it makes me like sad, I guess. I don't know, like I can't think of. I can't think of like I don't know, being at that job for like several years, you know, like I don't know, it just makes me sad. So basically, like I had this past job, right? I'm not gonna say like the name of where I was or just for like for the purpose. But like I had this past job and like not the most recent one. It was another one. But basically, like, dude, I fucking hated it there. Like, I hated how like they treated like the employees.
Was it Bava?
Like no.
Bro, some places are like
shitholes.
Yeah, like
it was terrible. And basically, like one day I just said like, dude, I can't do this. Like, I gotta put my happiness like in front of like every.
Yeah, your mental health. Like, no job is honestly.
Like, I was just like, why am I wasting my time here when this is not what I want to do when I grow up? Like, the only like, don't get me wrong, money's important, but I was just like, that's the only thing that's bringing me.
Yeah.
And like, and it's not worth it. Like, especially at like that age, like being young. I know like I had to pay bills or whatever and all that stuff, but like it just. Like, and on top of all that, it wasn't worth it, so I just quit. Like, I straight up just quit. No plan after that. I just said, like, it's just not worth it. And that was basically
it's definitely better for you. Like, this...
Because I said, my bad. Because I said, like, there's a million jobs out there. Like, you're going to find another job.
Yeah.
But, like, it might not be the job you want, but you'll definitely find another way to make an income. There's always a million ways to make money. But, like, your mental health and happiness and all that stuff, I feel like that's more important.
100%. 100%.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, every time like you're gonna go to a new, I feel for the most part every workplace has like that one annoying guy, that one stuck up guy, like you know the one that lazy. You know, so you always just gotta get used to those type of people, just knowing. Mm-hmm. But like, there's other places that are just like terrible hospitality, terrible. Like my job. I work at now. It's good. Nah, I get treated well. But like, there's like up front of the house, I guess you could say, whatever.
Like the people that the customers see.
Yeah, like they're all part of the same employer, whatever. But it's a different department, you could say. So they have like different bosses or whatever. Mm-hmm. So this one lady, she was saying like in the beginning of our season, she was like telling the new manager, I want to make sure. You make these these employees like unhappy, like you see it in their face.
He said that?
Like she said that to him, like make sure they're like sweating and like they're unhappy.
What a
like
bitch.
Yeah, and he was just like. You like you know
You need to relax with that shit.
Yeah, take a step. Like, what kind of workplace is it? Like, why? Like, what is that gonna do?
No,
like,
yeah.
what is this boot camp? All right, Lieutenant. Like, that shit. Like, it blows my mind. People have mindsets like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing, though. Like, also, not everyone's gonna have the same mindset as you. Like, and you can't let that shit get to you sometimes. Like, some people are just fucking whacked, and it is what it is. You know, you can't like let yourself get tight and be like, yo. That dumb bitch. Because, like, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck what she thinks about? Because, for the most part, like...
As long as you do your job and you do it.
Yeah, and, like, for the most part, like, jobs like these, like, for at least the one I have, for the most part, like, it's not like, a forever type job, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, it could be a long type period job, but, like, for the most part, people are, like, with in and out, you know, new staff or whatever. Like, no one really stays there that long. So, I feel like, unless it's, like... your like profession where you're dealing with some like say somebody's bothering you and you're dealing with them every day, that's when like you talk to them. But for the most part, like, you know, you can just be like out of my face.
And
know?
since we're straying away from like the topic of depression and going into like happiness over like work, like closing off on depression, like if you're going through depression, talk to somebody. Yeah. Even though it's gonna be tough, like just at least try to talk to somebody about it.
And like
try to talk to us.
Yeah, if anything.
Yeah, to be honest, like you can hit us up. Like
yeah,
it's not like
I won't leak the DMs.
No, yeah, facts. It's not like even if like we're not that close, like I'm down to listen to you. I don't mind. If I'm helping somebody out, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Unless we got beef. No,
I think we got beef. You're getting exposed.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Like try to always like be nice to everybody, you know, like
yeah, because nobody likes an asshole. Like if you're walking around with a mean mug like on all the time, like nah, like I don't fuck with nobody. Like, that's the worst.
No, like I know, like
that's the worst.
I know I haven't been like the perfect person. I've been like fucked up to people and shit, but like you know, like it's a part of like life, you know. You gotta learn.
Yeah,
like,
you grow from that. Yeah, dude, I've been so mean to people. Even like nowadays, like I could be mean to people. I like yell at people and stuff, but like I feel like immediately when I do that, usually I know I stepped at boundaries and I
damn
I'm aware that I shouldn't do that. So then that's why it helps me for the most part. I think before you speak, you know, like, you know, you just don't always let your emotions take over. But like I've done that in the past. I'm so happy I mostly just really like grown from that, because I used to be like pieces of shit to people. Like I just didn't care. Like I just like was like, I didn't care about your feelings, but now I'm pretty empathetic a lot. So I don't like, because that's the type of shit that if I'm a bitch to you, like while I'm sleeping, I'm gonna think about that for no reason. I don't want to, like, I'm just trying to go to sleep, but it's gonna be in my head like, damn, like you was really fucked up to him for no reason.
Yeah, like I know back like in middle school and shit, like dude, people used to fight like every weekend, every day or something. Like there used to be fights all the time, and for no reason or like dumb reasons and stuff like
people
that.
Just like
people used to fight over girls or just for
in the back of their head. I hate my dad.
Like
taking out the fucking
like a middle school. No offense to anyone, like if you're still together from middle school, but I feel like a middle school relationship isn't worth fighting over.
Oh
like that's just like
I had so many, but I don't consider any of them like true.
Like a serious relationship.
Yeah, like
it's like because you really don't know anything back in middle school. Even the thing is that
you're just hitting puberty. Like,
yeah, the thing is that like you don't know anything, but if you think you do know everything, it's when you're a closed-minded person and like you're preventing yourself from growing more. That's just the way I see it.
Facts.
Yeah, people like that get me so mad, but then that's where I go back to. I'm like people are gonna be how they are, and like honestly, like there's no point of really like arguing or trying to even convince somebody. Like I feel like sometimes like if I'm arguing, like I'll try to convince somebody like what I'm trying to say, but then it's just almost not.
No, but the thing
is worth it.
No, the thing is that like someone can have their side, even if you believe they're wrong. Like they.
Oh no! See, that's the thing. I look. Like, if somebody has a valid point in their perspective, like, I 100% respect that. But when you're being flat out ignorant and you're trying to, like...
Yeah, you're trying to educate them.
Just looking at me like that for...
No, but, like, you try to educate... I know what you mean. But, like, the thing is that you don't have to agree with someone. I just think, like, you should respect their side, no matter how dumb it sounds to you. Like, you should definitely try to put your side out there.
That's pretty tough sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know it is. It
when
gets
there's
you pissed
ignorance.
And I feel like I'm being like such a hypocrite, like agreeing with you guys, because like if I hear somebody saying some dumb shit, like I'll be like, "Are you stupid or something?" Like,
yeah, I used to do that a lot, yo. When I would like in class, I hear some dumb shit. You just hear me in the back, like yo, what'd you just say? Yeah, bro. There's people in high school like that were straight up like.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like just.
Like there was always that one person in the class, like when they raise their hand, like you know some dumb shit is about to come out.
Yeah, dude, that shit works.
When he's up next reading, I'm like, oh, this guy.
Yo.
That's like we're being assholes right now, but like, it's just all jokes. Yeah.
We're like,
see, like
I said, like I feel like I'm kind of being a hypocrite with this because like if I hear somebody saying some dumb shit, I'm gonna be like, are you stupid or something? Like, no, it's very hard to agree or to have a civil conversation if you don't put your ego and your pride aside. But that's what, in my opinion.
I think that's just how we are.
That's my opinion.
I honestly, I try to do that. I try my best to put that aside.
It's hard though.
But that's what I've learned because I was always that type of kid that to argue and always try to get the last battle.
Bro. Oh my god, funny story. In 7th grade in Italian, he was arguing with the teacher, and he got sent down to the office, and then she told us to start taking notes, and I was like, Miss Blank, can I take the notes down for Edwin? Because he's in the office. And then she was like, do you want to join him? And I was like, I'm just trying to be nice.
See, that was a time where I was an asshole, and I always just had to have the last say.
Yeah.
But, damn, I kind of lost what I was saying beforehand.
Train of thought.
Yeah.
I mean, we're low key being hypocrites right now, but.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
I feel like not necessarily now. I don't like I've done that in the past. I feel like, but like now, I definitely like outgrown that because I do try. I could say like I really do try to put like
I don't try hard enough.
I really do because I don't like to. Because then I start getting mad. So that's what happens to me. So that's why I just relax and I put it aside and stuff. But then I think everyone does that when people just start saying stuff that you just do flat out not believe
like
it.
Some dumb shit
or just some false stuff. You're gonna be like, no, like this is like But I feel like I get into those conversations with my close ass friends. Like I don't like strangers. Like I try not to. Like I had this girl in my class, bro. She wouldn't. I was talking to the teacher, and I was getting heated, but like I was.
Getting into an argument.
Yeah, I was getting into an argument with the teacher, and this girl like butts in, and she's been butting in, trying to say stuff, right? So then I just had her, and I turned, and I said, "Can you shut up? Like no one's talking to you."
You said that?
I said that to her. I was like, "Can you shut up? No one's talking to you, like right now, like." Cause I give chances. Like I don't like if you keep going, you're just agitating me. So I'm gonna say something. So she's been like chatting She's been chatting the entire time. So then this time I'm with the teacher 1-on-1 talking. And she's like, she said this, blah, blah. And I turn, like, no one's talking to you. Shut up. Like,
no, yeah, that's...
Like, and it's like, I'm being so fair to you.
That's when you can be, like, an asshole, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like, you start... And that same girl, oh my God, yo. She would always butt into my combos.
Ignorance is...
Yeah, yo. Oh my God.
Pretty much.
But yeah, like, what's it called? What was I gonna say? Yeah, I just lost my train of thought. You go.
That's terrible.
Damn, that's terrible, yo. But, cut him
out. No, yeah, it's definitely it's definitely hard to understand where somebody's coming from and putting your pride aside when like they're saying some dumbass shit. I can honestly say I have a hard time doing that as well. I mean, like, I can be, like, a fucking dick sometimes.
Yeah, what I was gonna say before I forget my bad.
No, it's fine. Is
that, like...
what I had to say wasn't important anyways.
Yeah.
No, continue.
I forgot what I was gonna say now. Thank you.
No, but I was saying, like, I'm like you guys, like... Maybe, like, if I'm having an argument or just a conversation with someone, and they say something, I'll probably be like, bro, like, are you dumb? Like, what's wrong with... And then, like, I'll just talk myself, like, back into character. I'll just be like, okay, like, be, like, more comprehensive. Like, try to understand... try to put yourself in their shoes to understand, like, how they're viewing this. Like,
yeah. I feel like, I try not to be like that for another reason because, like, I'm not knowledgeable on everything, and I feel like if somebody else knew more stuff and I made a comment that like was ignorant, they would have the same reaction. But it's just like I'm just ignorant, and I can flat out like admit it, like I don't know, and then but like I feel like for what we're talking about is like those people that are ignorant and don't want to admit it. They can't admit it, and they want to continue and say, nah, well.
That's like when we argue, like you and me, bro.
Yeah, but
that's different. You can't lie. Like. Those Xbox arguments shit, like nobody wants to be wrong.
The one thing I can't deal with.
Yeah, but that's like not more ignorance. That's just like pride's too high. Like nobody wants. Like it's just like it doesn't end well because nobody wants to be like, all right, no, you're right. Like,
you know who's really hard to argue with too? Julio. Shout out Julio. Magayon.
Nah. It's not hard to argue with.
Yes, he is. He just doesn't. Nah, he's hard to argue with.
I think the hardest person.
He doesn't have any valid points when he says things.
The hardest person I've ever had to argue with is probably Edwin. Like if I.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Edwin's probably the hardest person to like.
Try not to
like get on your side, bro. Like just. Straight up.
No,
like,
yeah, I 100% agree with that.
But see now, like I've grown now to like be like, all right, I'm wrong, you're right, like. But don't get me wrong though, I've had times still like where I knew I was wrong and I just didn't want to say it because I was just like fuck that, like
you're already too deep into the argument.
Yeah,
you just gotta go with it.
Because like sometimes I'll say something and then like
damn, that shit was dumb.
Nah, not like it was dumb, but I look and I'm like, oh shit, I was wrong. And then I already
I feel so stupid.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
my bad, bro.
Now if I go back, like imagine like going paragraph to paragraph and then like, oh shit, my bad, bro.
So yeah, I was acting like a complete smartass, but I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was throwing big words at you.
The one type of people I can like really get into a conversation with because they're so close-minded are the people that think that speaking louder than you is winning an
argument. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have a friend like that. I mean,
who?
Shout out to him.
Jason?
No, we all like not like we know him. Well, you guys know him. No. Why are you saying people's names? Nah, he's another. I don't like talking to him because he doesn't like to be wrong. But
I mean, I don't think anyone.
Nah, but I have a friend. Shout out to you. And he's if he sees this, he'll know it's him. But he has like, I guess he will have valid points. He's not really ignorant, smart guy, but he gets loud and he gets angry. Like when you guys are just like, I'll be
like trying to have a conversation.
Conversation. No, I don't think you know. But he gets, and I remember he was getting so angry, and he's like, "Yo, you're getting me fucking mad," and I started laughing because I'm just like, "Oh my!" Like I just started laughing because. I just I make a lot of jokes to myself in my head, so I just I laugh at my own jokes, say whatever you want, I make myself laugh, that's what matters. And he would just be like, why are you laughing? This isn't funny. Like genuinely telling them, I was like, yo, you gotta relax, bro. Like we're just having a conversation, this and that. That's why I don't always like to talk about politics with people and stuff and like my beliefs and my ideas because when people aren't on your same page, some people get offended, yo. And that's I'm not those type of guy, if you say something on those type of beliefs that you genuinely believe, I just want to know your side and why. Because that shit interests me. Because for me to have a completely different spiral of thought than you, to me that's interesting. Like why is it I think this way and I think this is what is in a way right, whatever, and why is that other person completely far out different, you know what I mean? It's just not parallel at all, whatever. So, to me that interesting. So I'd be like, yo, why? Mm-hmm. But nah, my bro, yo, he gets fucking tight. If I was to get mad, we would fight. That's how mad he gets. But I'm just like, yo, chill out, bro. We don't have to talk about this.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know how we got to talking about this, but moral of the story, it doesn't cost anything to be a decent person.
Yeah. So.
Just a chunk out of your
we're basically gonna wrap it. We're gonna wrap it up. I think the main points for me, at least, during this conversation was always try to be nice to everybody. If you're suffering from depression or you know someone that's suffering from depression, reach out to them, or you yourself reach out to someone else. Yeah, that's basically all.
Thank you for tuning in.
See ya.